Besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be discussing email marketing. Specifically, I'm going to be going over the 7 parts of email, and these are honestly, the most important things that you should be paying attention to, in my opinion. And working towards improving these things has helped me increase my open rates, my click-through rates, and my conversions, aka sales, via email marketing. So if this is something you want to learn about, go ahead and stay tuned. Today we're actually going to be discussing my new email book. It's called Email Marketing for Beginners, Step-by-Step Email Marketing with Shopify. Within this book, I go over automations and workflows, how to create step-by-step workflows. I also share 5 call to actions that you can try in pop-ups, 11 call to actions that you can try in emails, and then I give you 10 ideas for different freebies. The longest part of this book is the step-by-step tutorial for how to actually do workflow automations via Shopify, and I think that that's the most valuable part of the book. But I am mostly today going to focus on the 7 parts of email and the 7 parts that I feel like that you should focus on. So I'm just going to scroll through the book. This is what it looks like. I do include pictures. I also include like arrows, like right there. And I include prompts, step-by-step guides to tell you, how to use the software, how to maximize it. I give you different examples as well of like emails that I've written. So if you don't know anything about email marketing and you're just getting started, this book also comes in my email marketing toolkit that goes over ethical email marketing, practical email marketing, things that you should know, resources that you should be using, tools that you need to get in the habit of using every single day. I go more in depth on using these tools in this second book as well. All right, so let's see. So here's everything that you'll actually need to have prepared. Now is the time that you want to start taking notes. Number 1, you need your logo. If you don't have a company logo, I highly recommend getting something made. You want to put them at the top of your email campaigns because this is how you build brand recognition. This is how you get people to constantly remember your branding, your logo. This is a really simple way for you to do that. You also want to do the same thing for your signature, which is another thing that's on the list. The second thing that you want to go through is your email introduction, which is basically going to be how you greet people, your salutations, and how the hooks that you decide to use when you're doing email marketing. So how I choose to greet people, because in Shopify email marketing, they don't have it to where you can do like, hey, email subscriber name, and it'll automatically populate when you send it to them. So because they haven't released that feature yet, I like to do, hey, business bestie. That way I can still make it personable without having to worry about the name aspect, since I don't have that feature yet. Now, when it comes to doing something like that, it's called your company moniker. Your company moniker is the nickname that you actually take time to create for your most loyal customers and community members. If you don't have one, I highly recommend it. For example, TJ Maxx has a company moniker for their most loyal shoppers, and they are called Maxinistas. And they have like entire Pinterest boards and rooms and stuff on Reddit. So people will definitely love to be a part of a company moniker. It provides a sense of community, a sense of belonging, and it helps them identify each other outside of when they're just shopping with you. So I highly recommend doing one of those. If you don't want to do that, then start looking into using a software where you can address people by name when you send them emails. Now, when it comes to your email hook, this is like the first 2 sentences that you should focus on when you are trying to get people to decide if they're going to read your email a lot, trying to get people to decide if they're going to stick around and see what your email is about. So some bullet points that I called out when I was talking about your email hook, what type of email hook you want, the purpose of your email, and the goals of your email. But some of the most common things to do is to share a relevant fact or statistic, tell a funny story, share another community member's testimony, make an initial promise of solving a problem, reminding them of a problem that they have, and asking an opening question to get people interested into what the discussion might potentially be about. By having a compelling hook, you increase the likelihood of your emails being read through the end, which means readers are more likely to click your call to action at the bottom of your email and be more inclined to continue to engage with you and respond to your emails. It doesn't really matter what you sell, what industry you work in. Every single email you send should have a hook. Text-based emails convert the best, but you don't always have to use text-based emails. You can use emails with images in them. I prefer text-based emails. They have the highest conversion rates for me. They have the highest engagement rates for me. Even in my print company, which is something that's very visual, my text-based emails still outperform emails that have images of other client projects in them. So that's just something for you to keep in mind. My businesses are not the only ones that have this experience. If you start doing research and start looking up the studies done by different business schools like Harvard, Yale, Princeton, and even HBCU business schools, you'll find that in their studies, they found that text-based emails do outperform image-filled emails. So just keep that in mind when you're doing email marketing. Some examples of hooks that I've actually used in my own email marketing would be, don't you hate when entrepreneurs say, because you downloaded the content freebie with 25 ideas, I know you need help with content marketing. Did you know that 66% of all business cards are thrown out? I bet you didn't know that this is the solution. And then I go into telling my story, providing context, explaining the statistics that I share, and then presenting my call to action. And that's kind of how I like to structure my emails. The next part of the email body, after you do the hook, you would start a focus section of your email and like writing short paragraphs to continue to talk them into it. You want them to feel like you are educating them, you're sharing information with them. You don't want them to feel like, oh, you're only doing this because you want them to buy something. Even if they don't buy something from you, they should still find some type of value in the emails that you send. Otherwise, you are just going to have people on your email list who don't open your emails, or you're going to have a stupid high unsubscriber rate. So the goal here should be to share emails that are effective, and they don't have to be super long. Come up with a strict email marketing schedule. I like to send emails at the beginning of the week and at the end of the week. So I either like to send emails Mondays and Fridays or Tuesdays and Saturdays. I'm trying not to send more than 2 emails a week unless I'm just doing something extra special that week, because I don't want people to feel bombarded. I also have like 15 different email segments. My big email list has about 2,800 email subscribers on it. And then I break those down into like a list of like 25 segments based on shopping behaviors, how many times they visited my website, things they're interested in, freebies that they've downloaded, how they actually found my site, so that I know what type of social media content they would be most interested in based on how they found my brand. Next, you should also consider using small paragraphs that are like 1 to 2 sentences. You have to make sure that you optimize your emails for mobile. And this means that you need to take into consideration that even though you might be writing your emails on a large screen, people reading them are going to be reading them on a small screen. And it's very hard to read super long paragraphs on a small screen. It makes you feel like you're scrolling forever. But if you break it down into 1 or 2 sentence paragraphs, your email content looks a little bit more thought out because it's more stretched out. It's easier to read on smaller screens, making it significantly more likely that people on mobile will actually enjoy reading it. You also need to focus on telling a story that follows a path. That it makes logical sense, the order that it's going in. This is how you're going to keep people engaged. It shouldn't be, for example, if you sell furniture, here, buy this chair. This chair is $150 and we're selling it for $30 off today. You haven't built a brand yet that allows you to just send emails like that just yet. So you want to make sure that you're telling a story. So some examples of some stories for that chair will be like how Lisa transformed her entire space with a blue lounge chair or a blue chase or whatever. How you can completely disrupt feng shui in your environment to make more positive energy flow. Like, you want to make sure that you're giving stories, giving examples, and appealing to people who are having certain experiences in order to get people to see the value in your email marketing. Also, don't be scared to crack jokes. Just because you email somebody does not mean that you cannot make them laugh. This is a great time to share memes, to share GIFs, to crack jokes that are relevant to your niche and your industry. There are jokes inside of every niche and every industry. And if you can make people laugh, you'll make them feel a lot more relaxed and even get them looking forward to opening your emails. Focus on also being concise, but don't include fluff and filler words. Get straight to the point. Longer is not better. Creating the best content possible is what's best for your brand, meaning that your emails can be short and concise if the information is good. Your emails can be longer if the information is good, but you need to be really, really good at copy and storytelling in order to really benefit from writing long, drawn out emails. Always remember, lastly, to make your emails about your readers and not about you. They already know about you. And if you think they need a reminder, then invite them to read your About Me page. Invite them to come to a live session where they get to see your personality. Invite them to your social media, like to follow you on your personal page and stuff. But you shouldn't just be sending emails like that are solely about you when someone is on your email list, unless it's like an introductory part of your introductory email series. After you figure out what your email body is going to say, then you want to go over what type of graphics you may potentially want to include. I would not include more than one graphic in an email because you don't want to distract them from what the text is saying. Images don't really sell what you're offering in your emails. Your text actually does. So having good copy, having good product titles, having good imagery and diction when you're describing the offer and the benefits of actually clicking on the offer is what's going to sell it. The picture just adds to that. So if you don't have good copy in your emails, no amount of pictures is going to change that. After you decide on what pictures, GIFs, or memes you're going to use, then you want to take some time developing your call to actions and choosing what those call to actions are going to link to. Call to actions are the things that you say to get people to click your buttons and to check out. So you don't want to use call to actions and things that say check out now, buy now, shop now, shop here. You want to say things that are thought-provoking, emotionally provoking, things that display the benefit of clicking here, things that display the result of what I'm going to get if I do decide to click your links. So I did include some examples of some call to actions that I've used. Let's see. So 2 that I used that worked really good was download new freebie and open email content library. I've also used things like learn email marketing, increase conversions today. I really try to focus on how I'm going to solve their problem. So if you were to sell clothes, for example, you could say something like update my closet, get new spring 2022 fashion pieces. If you sell furniture, literally change, improve my feng shui, improve energy flow, change my environment, ball out on my house. Like, you want to get creative and use language that your audience would use so that your call to actions make sense. But the reason why you want to try to avoid saying things like shop now, add to cart, check out now, buy now, read more, learn more is because they see those things so often, they're literally desensitized to them. And because they are desensitized to them, they are not emotionally provoking. They're not thought provoking. Like, it doesn't really feel like there's an immediate benefit to do that. Another call to action that I've used is learn secret buttons. And something that you might be missing from your call to action button is a text above it that tells them exactly what you want them to do and exactly what they will get if they do it. So I always like to include a sentence talking people into clicking my buttons. So for the one that says learn secret formulas, I put just click the button to get access to my email marketing formulas, step-by-step tutorials, and direct marketing assistance for your brand, and then they can click learn secret formulas. This tells them that by clicking this button, you're going to get A, B, C, and this is how I'm going to help you get that. I've already explained everything in the email beforehand. After you do your CTA, you want to focus on your signature. Of course, you want to say, with love, with excitement, sincerely, warmest regards, in due time, whatever it is, how you want to end your email. And then you'll put your name, your position, your company. And then after you do your signature, always, always, always make sure that you include a PS statement. This is how you're going to add a human-like quality to your emails and reiterate that there's a real person on the other side of this email. There's someone waiting to respond to your email. We have more coming with things just like this. If you want to see something specific, reply to this email and let us know. And you'll be surprised how many times people reply to your email. But the main benefit of people replying to your email is that the more people that reply to your email, the more likely the email server is to put you in a primary folder. The more likely the email server is to read your emails as important because people are constantly replying to them. That's the goal of email marketing. You want to be in primary folders. You want people to reply to you. You want people to buy from you. So that means that you have to get them to open it. You have to get them to click the buttons inside of your emails. The PS statement is one of the easiest ways to generate replies. So some of the PS statements that I've made, one says, I'm happy to help you with your email marketing and answer any questions you have. Just reply to this email and tell me help with email marketing and we'll set up a free consultation. And I booked 5 consultations that day just off of that PS statement. Another one, when I launched my email template library, I said I'm going to be releasing more email templates soon. If you want to see a certain niche or industry, reply to this email and let me know. 10 people replied and let me know different industries and niches that they would like to see email marketing content for. If you enjoyed this video, you would greatly enjoy the new email marketing toolkit that I just launched. You can get this toolkit right now on my site. You can look in the description box and it'll take you right to it as well. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Email marketing is one of those things. It's a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of A and B marketing that goes on as well. So what specifically works for me may not specifically work for you. And that's why instead of telling you exactly how I do something, verbatim with every single email that I send, instead I'm trying to give you formulas and steps and processes that you can follow and implement. So if that's something that you're interested in and you just feel like you need help with getting guidance and figuring out what tools and resources you need, the email marketing toolkit will be perfect for you. So comment down below, let me know what your favorite tip was. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Always, I will see you guys on the timeline on Twitter.